Well, as you can tell by how daylight it is outside, that it is mid-morning. Really suck at getting up early. I don't think he understood the assignment. Brand new boat ramp. This would be my first time. This is Lake Blue Ridge Dry Branch boat ramp, and I believe it's a no fee area. I don't see anywhere to pay yet. Had to wait on some skis to pull up out of the way. We're about to blast up the lake. We're gonna see how this new prop works. I put a new prop on yesterday. Stock size, 8.5 by 8.5. But the old one was just completely shot. So we should see some top end come back out of the motor. River, where we're headed, is over around that bend. I finally made it to what I think is the river. Chocolate milk. Very shoaly up there. Brand new prop, not even gonna risk it. We're at 4 feet right here. I got room on the jack plate, but not for that. We may ease up on the left-hand side over here and see if we can't get anchored up or something. Try not to get too far from the boat. Pretty good current here, just making sure that anchor don't slip and we end up with a lost boat. We're gonna hang out here for a minute and then we may head back downriver. The cool thing is you can come up to this point on plane basically all the way to here from out on the main channel or main lake out there. There was some other cool stuff I seen on the way up that we may venture back into and check out. This big bend in the river is known as TIINY Bend. If you're not familiar with the area, TIINY Bend was I think originally a school, now a church. They call it TIINY Bend Church. Right up through the woods. You can access it through the dirt road, Old Dial Road. But it supposedly is haunted. You talk to locals around here, they'll all tell you stories about TIINY Bend Church being haunted. There's some campsites right up in here. There's actually a gravel, could be a gravel boat launch if you had a four-wheel drive. And then down there on the end of that point, right over in there, is a campsite. There were people there. There's a really nice campsite right there on the other side of that power pole. Those campsites are off of Old Dial Road, just past the TIINY Bend Church that I was just talking about. We found one rope swing, but we're on the hunt for some more. We're gonna tool around on the lake and find some coves and see if we can't find any swings hanging. Can't, we're probably gonna make our way back up the river again and try to swing off the one that they were swinging off of a while ago. I don't know, they may be there the rest of the afternoon. We'll just have to see. Can you reach it?
No. Wait.
That's why that stick is there.
Oh, I'm scared.
Don't be scared, we'll send it.
I got nose up my water. I got water.
Nose up your water?
Watch out, guys. Where did he go?
Did a side flop. All right, that rope swing jump rock. It's at the north end of Blue Ridge Lake, up by right before you get to Tilly Bend curve, I guess you could call it. Tilly Bend in the river. They're still going crazy out here. Another reason why I just kind of pulled over to the side. There's wake boats and pontoons, and then you throw in a couple jet skis and it's like you're jumping waves, and it's whatever, but it's kind of nerve-wracking in this little boat, to be honest. Must be tournament time. That is the 4th or 5th bass boat that has flown upriver. Lake Blue Ridge Ski Club. Somebody's freaking full sending it, son. Yeah, it probably didn't used to be here. Lake Blue Ridge Ski Club. So interesting. First time I've been on a lake and found an actual ramp where people have been jumping. Evidence of someone jumping at some point in time. Probably haven't jumped that thing in years. I mean, it's dilapidated. It's a pretty cleaned out area of the bank right there. According to the GPS, there's some hiking trails or mountain bike trails or something right up in here. I'm guessing maybe the Aska trail system. I'm not real familiar with these trails. You better hold on to your pants, boy. But I got you. I said I got you though. I'm not sure what's going on. All these docks and stuff up in here, they don't belong. They've just been kind of pushed up in here and tied off. There's a sunken pontoon. And then like this guy over here, it's tied off in the middle of the lake. And then there's one over there in that far cove. And then another one around to that point over there. It's like the cove of forgotten things. People's just drug up in here and tied off or something. It's the only thing I can think of. I don't know if the boat's still attached. I only see one tune. Oh yeah, it's definitely sunk and tied off to a tree. It's wild. The dock itself over here looks decent. Looks like it's got up-to-date registration on it as well. It's got a 27 sticker on it. Me and Thor were talking, and they look like little tiny homes. And they've got these big decks attached to the front, both of them had. We're wondering if maybe they're not anchored here as like a floating Airbnb or something. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe I'll look it up and see when I get home. It's probably one of the better views I've seen today. It's a good look at the mountains here in Blue Ridge. Getting pretty late in the evening, 7 o'clock. We're both getting hungry. We stopped and got a foot long earlier. We ate half of it for lunch, and then we decided to just go ahead and have dinner on the water. And anchored up in this cove. I seen a thing yesterday that said we will have no more sunsets after 8 o'clock until June next year. So if that's true, it should be getting dark within the next hour. At least the sun should be dropped below the hills. Kind of already is moving that way. One of these islands I was looking on the GPS,
There's several right in here. It's called Poop Island.
Poop.
Poop. P-O-O-P. I don't know why. Maybe it's full of poop. The boat ramp we launched at was okay. It's kind of nice so you didn't have to pay, which I don't mind paying. The road was a little beat up. Nobody was hardly there. I don't know how it gets during the weekend, but it's a Wednesday. We got there at midday at like 2 o'clock. We had to wait like 10 minutes on this guy in a cyber truck. It was an older man and an older lady. They had two jet skis they were towing with a cyber truck. We had to wait on them to back down the ramp and they were taking up both ramps. And I'm not one of these impatient people that's going to yell if you're taking up the ramp. Like, I can wait. It's not that important. We're all getting out on the water to have fun. So I just waited and we launched. But as soon as we launched, it was chaos until we got up on the river. And it has slowed down now, but
Still chaos.
my first impression, like, this is the first time I've been on this lake. It's not really that impressive to me.
This is my third time.
It kind of reminds me a lot of Lake Lanier.
The houses.
Just chaos freaking everywhere. All right, we are back underway. We're gonna cruise around a little bit more, try to get a little bit more of the lake explored before it gets too dark. And then we'll be on our way back to the boat ramp. Getting to be my favorite time of the day when the sun's going down. Blue Ridge Dam, the floodgates on the top. Got the overflow on the other side. We have accidentally circumnavigated the entire lake. So we made a loop around the entire lake, including running up the Toccoa River today. I think when we ran up the river this morning and realized that it wasn't what we thought it was going to be, we were just kind of looking for something else to do, and we just started riding, looking for stuff, and we found that ski ramp, and then we found a cool rope swing. And I think, you know, mostly that's what I do anyway, is just cruise, try to run as much as I can when I'm out on the water. But I would have never thought that when I left the house this morning, my intentions were not to circumnavigate the entire lake. But here we are, we did it. Roughly right close to 40 miles is what it'll end up being by the time I get back to the boat ramp, because this loop was 30 miles and some change. The track this morning that I tracked from the ramp up to the rapid on Toccoa was like 7.5 or 8. And then we still got to make it back to the ramp from here, and we may still tool around a little bit because it's not quite dark yet. I think I mentioned it earlier when I was eating that I read somewhere the sun wouldn't go down after 8 o'clock, but it's like 8:40 and it's just now dropped enough behind the trees that it's not really giving any light on the water anymore. Come over here and take a stop at Poop Island. Maybe. All right, we are on Poop Island. Very nice camp. I mean, plenty of room for a good tent. Nice fire ring already made. No wood here, so you'll definitely have to bring wood from somewhere.
Is that a rope swing?
I mean, there's a rope here, but I don't see it being a rope swing. Looks like maybe
A way to get up.
a mooring line. Boats come up, moor up to it, but I don't know that I would want to moor up right here. Let's beat the crap out of your boat. Mile 10 of Charlie Creek. or 10 Charlie Creek.
A little hut down.
A little hut?
Yep. You're protected.
Looks like a bush to me.
Use your imagination.
Oh, okay.
Pontoon boat and Poop Island.
Yeah.
And I'm about to jump in. If it's deep enough.
It's not deep enough. I can look and tell you it's not deep enough to jump.
Yeah.
Only thing left really now is to turn the interior lights off, turn the rooster lights off, make sure the nav lights are off. We do need to plug in the trailer lights. I see the light on, so we're good. Good day on the water, and we're going to head home, park everything, and crash, and then Lake Nautilus tomorrow. Another new lake tomorrow, so let's get it. Catch you on the next one.